I want to talk about why it's time for you to start creating and stop consuming. Hey guys, if you're new here, welcome to the channel, and I wanted to do a little bit of a different video today. This was going to be a little bit more, I guess you say, off the cuff, no teleprompters or anything like that. I want to talk about why it's time for you to start creating and stop consuming. And if you are like me, maybe you've got a drive, a motivation, a passion for something, and you've been learning, consuming, taking things in, but haven't taken action on anything yet. And I want to talk about something in my own life in a second that has led me to start creating and stop consuming. And maybe this will hit home with you as well. But first, I want to talk about why this might be relevant to you and why this fits in with what I'm trying to do here at the Detoxed Brain. Because I'm kind of known as like the supplement guy. I am, I'll give you all the supplements, the biohacks, the detox, everything you need to get yourself as healthy and as optimal as possible. My goal is to help people get the same focus, lucidity, get their life back from chronic health issues. And that's why I created this channel, because I want to help other people that were struggling with the same thing that I was going through. But at the same time, what I also want to do here is teach people about mindset, which is one of the most important things to changing your life. It's not just the supplements and things, it's the mindset and the healing from your own mind that comes with the way that we think, reprogramming ourselves. And when we think about this creation mindset, God called us to create. Now, I said I'm going to share with you guys a little story about me and why I was called to create and stop consuming. But first, let me just say, when we're in this consumption mindset all the time, think about it. You're scrolling, watching, reading, just constantly taking things in. I'm going to switch hands here for a second, just because my arm's getting tired. We're constantly taking things in, and that can be very stressful on the brain, like constantly consuming. Your brain is always firing. You're probably in this sort of fight or flight state, that dopamine hit state when you're scrolling through social media. And the best creators that I know and that I've seen, they're not scrolling through social media, and they're not sitting there consuming all day long. They are creating. And so that's the first thing. This is a mindset change and a mindset shift, and it's going to calm your brain down. It's going to help you reprogram pathways in your brain and become more focused. But I did say I was going to share my story, and I hope it's helpful for you guys, because one of the reasons I've been called to create, not just because I do believe God wants us to create, and I want to get out of that consumption mindset, because I don't think it's a healthy mindset to be in all the time, but I'm actually losing my job as a college professor as well. That's one of the reasons why I've been focused on creating the Detoxed brand and the Detoxed Brain brand and health and performance coaching. Many of you guys may not know this about me, but I'm also an executive leadership coach, and leadership is a passion of mine. And with this new business that I'm creating, I wanted to merge that idea of executive leadership coaching, high performance, and health together for just helping people like me who are going through challenges and want to grow, want to get better, want to become the healthiest version of themselves. And so part of that, having an optimal brain, is also just being as focused and dealing with those parts of your life, like your job, right? Dealing with loss, maybe losing a job, maybe it's something else, maybe you're losing a loved one, going through challenges. But what's so important when you're going through those challenges, your mindset through those challenges. I wanted to talk about that mindset though, when something happens like losing a job. And when I haven't lost it yet, but I'll be retrenched here after the spring semester because the university is going through some challenges, not enough enrollment. And because of that, 45 faculty members are losing their job. But what this did was it pushed me to start creating. It pushed me to look for other things and do the things that I was always too afraid to do. It's kind of like a kick in the butt from God saying, hey, it's time to move on and it's time to do something else. And I don't think he could speak any louder or any more clearly. But do you think when I first found out, I was pretty upset about that? Like, yeah, of course. And maybe this is something you could try. I gave myself 2 weeks of just being angry, anxious, feeling whatever feelings I needed to feel in that process. And then I told myself after that, it was time to change. It was time to switch and to move to a mindset that was focused on abundance, that was focused on thankfulness, gratitude. And I said, after this time, after I let myself experience these emotions, I'm going to then focus on a learned optimism mentality. And I had a mindset shift. And that mindset shift moved me into one of the most creative periods of my life. And I hope that, I always tell my students that I hope I'm a good enough teacher that if you didn't have to be in the classroom, you would still come and listen to me talk. And I hope that with this content, I can help you all get through some of these challenges as well. Now, when you have this abundance mindset, this mindset of gratitude and thankfulness, it's really hard to be anxious. It's hard to be worried about anything else. And I mean, yes, I'm a realist. Like, do you think that I'm worried, that I'm concerned about losing my job? I've got 4 kids that I've got to provide for. I've got to, take care of my family as a man, as a husband. I feel a need to make sure that my family is taken care of. And I know mothers do as well. And yes, this is challenging, but when you start changing your mindset, doors and opportunities start opening for you. God starts opening and giving you these opportunities you never thought you would have before. And what's really interesting is I started saying no to a lot of things. I started saying no to things that didn't serve my passion or purpose or the thing that I wanted to do, which is to help high performers like myself, or help people become high performers and focus on high performing health, to give people back their brains, their focus, their gut health, their energy, to help them get rid of things like anxiety, sleepless nights. That's what I'm drawn to do. That's what I'm passionate about. And because of that, I've loved every minute of doing this so far. And so I encourage you, if you're going through challenges, if you're losing a job, if you're, whatever life is throwing at you, you may be getting that challenge for a reason, and maybe it's time for you to stop consuming and to start creating, to start putting the social media away, to start thinking about, oops, sorry.
You're all good, man. Keep going.
Hey, bud. Got somebody walking on the trail. Sorry, I didn't see him coming. So to start thinking about the things that you can do that are going to be the best for you and to help you kind of get through that time, right? Start building out the thing that you're passionate about as well. I hope that this speaks to you, and if you enjoy this, please, I would love a like or a subscribe to the channel, please. And it just really helps the small channel grow. And I really do. I'm grateful. I'm appreciative of every single one of you that watch this video. So thanks a lot, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.